Hello everyone, I welcome you all to the virtual learning program for Mathematics Year 2. Let's start now. We are going to have a lesson today on skip counting equal groups. Our important question is, how could we use equal groups to find how many in all? We are going to answer this question through this lesson and are going to use modeling and skip counting for equal groups to find how many objects we are counting. There are some important vocabulary words that you need to know for this lesson. First one is equal groups. Equal groups is a vocabulary word that means to have the same number of objects in each group. Skip counting is another important word we need to know. Skip counting is just a pattern of counting forward or backward. You already know how to skip count. For example, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can do all of that counting by 2s, 3s and 4s. The best way to move into multiplication is to be able to skip count quickly. Here is our first problem. There are 3 strawberries in each of 4 plates. How many strawberries are there in all? So, we know in all is our clue word. So, what are we going to do? Add. That's right. We are going to add for this problem. There are 4 plates, so I will draw 4 circles to show 4 equal groups. These circles are representing our plates, so we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 plates. In step 2, we need to think to ourselves that there are 3 strawberries in each of our plates. In the word problem, we have the word each. Now each tells you how many are going to be in each group. So we have our 4 plates and now we need to draw 3 dots in each group. The 3 dots are going to be our 3 strawberries. So I have already drawn some in here. Let's look at them. 1, 2 and 3 in the first plate, 1, 2 and 3 in the second plate, 1, 2 and 3 in the third plate and 1, 2 and 3 in the fourth plate. Once I have drawn all of my strawberries into the plates, I am going to move on to step 3. So let's look at step 3 now. Step 3 says to skip count by 3s to find how many strawberries are there in all. In this situation, skip counting is going to save you a lot of time. When you get to the bigger numbers and bigger multiplication problem, that is going to take forever. Therefore, we use skip counting. Now, let's count again. 3, 6, 9 and 12. So after skip counting, I know something that there are 4 equal groups with 3 strawberries in each group. So there are 12 strawberries in all. Look again at the 4 equal groups. 1, 2, 3 and 4 with 3 strawberries in each group. Does any plate have more than another plate? No, because if it did, it would not be an equal group. So, there are 12 strawberries in all. Let's take a look at another problem. Ali has 7 boxes. Each box has 4 balls. How many balls does Ali have altogether? We know that altogether means we are going to add them together. There are 7 boxes, so I will draw 7 rectangles. The first step is I need to think to myself, how many groups am I going to have? Ali has 7 boxes, so I will draw 7 rectangles to show my groups. Do I have 7 groups? Yes. Now I am going to move on to step 2. Step 2 says that I need to think each box has 4 balls. So I will draw 4 balls onto each box. Now I have drawn my 4 balls on each of the rectangles to show the 4 balls on each of his 7 boxes. So next step is to what skip count now? We skip count by 4s to find how many balls there are altogether. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. You see, skip counting is much easier than sitting here and counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and onwards. So use your skip counting, children. Practice it, practice it and practice it. So let's review our essential question. How can you use equal groups to find how many in all? Well, we did that. You can skip count the equal groups by using and drawing the counters. So, the first step is you need to look for the number of groups. Then, you need to look for the number in each group. The third step is you need to draw it out. So now, you know how you can skip count equal groups and find out how many you have in all. Thank you, children, for learning with me in this class, and do not hesitate to ask any questions.